Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of World Talks here on TVP World. I'm your host, Benjamin Lee, and please join me and my guest on this next interview. Now, in the aftermath of President Zelenskyy's recent meeting in Washington and London, Ukraine's diplomatic strategies and international support are under intense scrutiny. The heated exchange between Zelenskyy and President Trump has raised concerns about the future of U.S. assistance, while European leaders have rallied to bolster Ukraine's defense and sovereignty. How does Ukraine navigate these complex dynamics, and what are the implications for the ongoing war with Russia? Joining us today on TVP World to provide insight from a Ukrainian perspective is Piotr Kaszuwara, president of the UA Future Foundation. Hello, sir, and welcome to TVP World.
Thank you for the invitation. Good morning.
So, first of all, on his way back from London, President Zelenskyy has said that he has been assured of Europe's support for Ukraine. What are the outcomes, the specific details of this London meeting do we know so far?
You know, everyone in Ukraine is really afraid right now, and also a lot of people are shocked because of the last days. We can say a lot of people have been expecting from Donald Trump to be ally, to be a partner, a constant and stable partner for Ukraine. Not everyone is sure about it, what may happen. This is very dangerous for the country, obviously, because Ukraine needs the ammunition. Ukraine needs American support to continue defending the land from the Russians. This is very good sign that Europe is getting together, that European Union and European leaders are starting to discuss what to do together without the United States, if so. Obviously, we have heard that this is very important partnership with the United States, with Donald Trump, and no one in Europe is not seeing the peace in Ukraine without the United States. But if you talk to the streets here in Ukraine, a lot of people is getting ready to delete United States from the future Ukrainian history, I will say, or the history of this war. I've been talking to the famous poet Yuri Andruchovich just yesterday, and he said so, that the America never was the ally for Ukraine. They've been always a partner, a very good partner, but the allies, that's what Andruchovich said, and the allies are fighting together at the front line. So I think the negotiations are still going on. You know, these are very hard negotiations. We have never seen anything like that going on in diplomacy, but we also haven't seen this kind of war on our continent for a long time. So a lot of people in Ukraine is tired of this war, but also they are not ready to sign any documents without the stable and good warranties for Ukraine that this war will not repeat again, because we have seen it many times from 2014 for the years that Russia has been breaking the rules. And, you know, we can have a look on 2022. Russia broke all the rules. They attacked the other country without any reason actually to do it. They are murdering people every day. They are still hitting the cities. They are destroying hospitals. They are destroying schools. They are destroying civilian buildings. They are just ruining whole cities. and that can't be allowed by anyone. So this is very obvious that people in Ukraine are afraid that it will happen again, maybe in 6 months, maybe in 1 year. I don't see, a good way in this whole negotiations. What kind of results Ukraine could expect to force Russia to never attack Ukraine anymore. But I hope the diplomats of the United States and the diplomats of European Union, of Ukraine, and maybe in the future the diplomats from China and other countries, they will find a way how to block Russia from attacking independent country in the future.
Right, like I mentioned, perhaps this is a very, very hard negotiation to have because there's not very many pathways to ensure that Russia will not attack again. And perhaps one of the doors that needs to remain open is the Ukraine-U.S. relationship. Do you think there's any plan at this stage where Ukraine plan to address the potential implications of this kind of fallout between Trump and Zelenskyy and perhaps to get back on good negotiation terms again?
Obviously, there is always a chance to get back to the table. We have heard from the American side just in the night. The Secretary of Finance of the U.S., Mr. Scott Bessent, said that there is no negotiations between Ukraine and the United States right now. They are not negotiating the agreement about the rare earths for the moment, but obviously Europe is doing everything to get back everyone to the table. I've been watching this meeting between Donald Trump and Volodymyr Zelenskyy, and I do not really see any reason for the adult people, for serious people, for presidents of two countries to don't talk anymore. Obviously, they had the argue. It's very hard to say why this argue started, but from the very beginning of this meeting, of the conversation of Volodymyr Zelenskyy and Donald Trump and J.D. Vance, we could notice that the agreement won't be signed. That was very obvious from the first words of the President Donald Trump and from the words of President Volodymyr Zelenskyy. So they both wanted to say, yes, we are ready to sign the agreement, but in the same time, their positions been on the opposition sides. Volodymyr Zelenskyy was saying from the beginning of the meeting, as far as the cameras turned on, that he needs the strong warranties for his country that he won't be attacked anymore. Donald Trump, from early beginning, even from the meeting here that we could see right now, when Volodymyr Zelenskyy stepped out from the car, he asked him about the suit that he's wearing, and later on, we have seen that this agreement is not signed, and the both sides, they knew that this agreement is not signed. Both sides, they have different goals, because definitely the goal for the United States is to get back the money, is to have a good deal, and President Trump was saying that for the whole conversation, that he is making deals for all his life, and he knows how to do it. President Volodymyr Zelenskyy was saying clearly from the beginning that he needs the warranties, and without the warranties, he won't sign anything. Trump, he offered Ukraine a good deal, I will say. This agreement that Ukraine and United States are wishing, I believe, to sign, it's a good agreement for Ukraine from many sides. First of all, the rare earths that are in Ukrainian ground right now, they are not explored because Ukraine has no technology, Ukraine has no specialist who can do it well. So in this kind of a situation, Ukraine can have 50% of the benefits or nothing. If the United States wants started. United States, they would like to invest in the Ukrainian business, in the Ukrainian companies. They would like to rebuild Ukraine. They would like to put their own people, managers, and staff on the Ukrainian ground. So Trump was trying to say that this is the warranty that I'm giving you, Mr. President Zelenskyy. If you will have our people, if you will have our business on your ground, it means that this is the strongest warranty that we can give you. So United States, they wanted to give some warranties to Ukraine without giving these warranties.
Perhaps American interest is the best guarantee that Russia might not hit Ukraine and perhaps damage the American structures. Thank you so much for your input and insight. Really appreciate it, and thanks for being with us on TVP World.
Thank you very much.
Cheers. And thank you for watching this edition of World Talks. But for more news, update, and commentary, please stay tuned to TVP World.